You know, I really don't know. I just watched for the last 2 hours. SmackDown tonight was not a good show. WWE programming this week showed that they did not put in that much effort. Didn't have a whole lot of matches. For the most part, it was promos. The matches that we got were jobber matches. I will even go so far as to say that the Del Rio versus Orton match was pretty much a jobber match. And the reason why I say this is because it's a guaranteed Del Rio loss. There's no possible way that Randy Orton is laying down for Alberto Del Rio on his way to facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Del Rio jobbed for Orton this week. I really don't know what else to say, so let's just go over the show. Start the show with Orton and Del Rio having a promo in the back. Orton starts off with telling everybody that he's going to take Brock Lesnar on a ride to Viperville, and it's only going to take one RKO. You know, I'm getting really sick of hearing this because if Randy Orton wins at SummerSlam, it will take more than one RKO to beat Brock Lesnar. I'm getting really sick of hearing this. It's getting old. Del Rio comes in and says, well, why don't you try? How about you try to do it with a broken arm? Blah, blah, blah. Enough said. And then Bray Wyatt comes out after they had their opening promo deal. And he proclaims that he was the victim last week. That he did not fall to Dolph Ziggler. That he was the victim. And that he proclaims that he's a god. And that SmackDown is his show. And that he is going to rule the WWE. There's no red brand. There's no blue brand. It is the Bray Wyatt brand. That is what WWE is. Ambrose comes out and proclaims that it must be a new era because all Bray Wyatt does is come out and whine and cry and moan and groan and act like a big baby. And Ambrose says that SmackDown belongs to him. Ziggler comes out and he rushes to the ring with a vengeance because he wants to get his hands on Eric Rowan. Jumps on Eric Rowan, attacks the Wyatt family. Well, chaos evolves inside the squared circle. He accidentally kicks Dean Ambrose in the face. Sister Abigail to Dolph Ziggler, and we open the show the same way we end the show last week with the Wyatt family absolutely dominating SmackDown. I did like that. You know, I'm big on the Wyatt family, so I like that they are dominating SmackDown. So then we go backstage, some more talking. Which I like the drama part, but really lacking wrestling, and there should be wrestling. You know, this is a wrestling show. I like the drama part, but you need some wrestling, and you know, it's really lacking that. Ambrose and Ziggler was in their face saying, "Oh, this wasn't an accident, blah, blah, blah. You need to get on the right page. You think this is an accident? Wait till we get in the ring at SummerSlam, blah, blah, blah." And then, D. Bryan and Shane McMahon break it up and say, "You need to get on the right page because you're having a tag match with, facing the Wyatt family at the end of the night in the main event, so you need to get on the right page." American Alpha, finally, we have a match. American Alpha has a squash match, and they actually face jobbers, people we don't know, which I was happy about. All the rest of the tag teams come to the ring. I was kind of happy with this, that all the rest of the tag teams come to the ring, because American Alpha has proclaimed that they are the future tag team and the main tag team on SmackDown. And all the rest of the tag teams on the WWE SmackDown brand has a big problem with that. So they were trying to make their voice and their presence felt during this match. Towards the end of the match, everybody knows what's going to happen. They all jump in the ring. They beat each other up. And American Alpha, of course, is the finals ones left standing. And then after that, you know, we have another edition of a walking advertisement for a ratings killer. Eva Marie can join that list. Braun Strowman and Eva Marie is on that list. And someone else is on that list too that I'll get to in just a minute. But Eva Marie was supposed to debut. She comes out. She was supposed to face Becky Lynch. Thankfully, this match did not happen, because if it was going to happen, I was going to get up and take a pee break. And she had a wardrobe malfunction, and the ref called the match off, saying she could not wrestle because she had a wardrobe malfunction. They saved us from a boring, dreadful match. Ratings killer. Alexa Bliss comes out, has a match with Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch says that she is going to wrestle. She's a wrestler. She's a fighter. Blah, blah, blah. And towards the end of the match, Eva Marie comes out. We have to see her again, which is dreadful. Every time she comes out, it's a ratings killer. And she cost Becky Lynch the match. And she also proclaims that she will be ready to wrestle next week on SmackDown. Whoopee. Another chance for me to take a bathroom break. To take a pee break. That's all that means. So, Alexa Bliss picks up the victory over Becky Lynch. Alberto Delrio faces Randy Orton next. Of course, Randy Orton beats Alberto Delrio. Nothing really to talk about here. At the end of the match, Delrio was going to hit Randy Orton with a steel chair, and we got a RKO out of nowhere. And 1, 2, 3. And we had, after that, another walking advertisement for a ratings killer, which I mentioned this on the preview. even though I somewhat like him, the one-man band, baby! We have Rhino versus the one-man band, Heath Slater. Yeah! Heath Slater wins, and he's going to get a contract on SmackDown. Guess what? We all knew Heath Slater was going to lose, baby! Yeah! Guess what? Heath Slater lost! Yeah! Rhino hit a spear. Whoop-de-doo! Who cares? Yeah! Go in the back. They were going to offer him a contract. Heath Slater pops in, proclaims he's the #1 draft pick that hasn't been drafted. They don't deserve to have him on SmackDown. He's got 7 children. No, he's got 4 children. No, he has 2 children. No, he has this and that. You know what? I like you, Heath Slater, but you're a ratings killer. People turn TV off when you're on the TV. Unless, you're like a major casual. So, that's about all I can say about that. Who cares? And then Carmella versus Natalya. This was a night for NXT superstars because Carmella and Alexa Bliss had their debut matches, and they both picked up their victories. So, good for them. Baron Corbin in the back beat up Kalisto because Kalisto cost him the Intercontinental #1 contendership last week. Baron Corbin was proclaiming. And then, to close the show, Ziggler and Ambrose beat the Wyatt family. After the match, they both kind of looked at each other, Ziggler and Ambrose did, and Ambrose delivered a dirty deeds to Dolph Ziggler, getting him back for the kick at the beginning of the show. So that is your SmackDown review. Not that good of a show. I really hope WWE picks up the pace next week because it will be the go-home shows leading up to SummerSlam. This week was a little lackluster, especially for it being the 29th annual SummerSlam, just 1 week from this Sunday. So, what do you all think? Leave your comments below. Like this video if you like it. I like to throw out a thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel so far. And catch me right back here for my NXT and Cruiserweight Classic review tomorrow. And until then, catch you on the other side.